Imagine a time where every Friday night was a cinematic adventure, where stories were original, actors were iconic, and special effects were just beginning to dazzle us. This was the golden era of cinema, spanning across the 80s, 90s, and the first decade of the new millennium. This period was a time of unbridled creativity, where filmmakers dared to dream and audiences dared to follow. The art of storytelling was revolutionized, and the world of cinema was forever changed. The stories were unique, captivating us with their freshness and unpredictability. They wove intricate tales of love, adventure, mystery, and humanity, exploring narratives that had previously been untouched. Then, there were the actors, the faces that became synonymous with this golden era. They were more than just performers. They were icons, immortalized on the silver screen. Their performances were a tour de force, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of viewers. They became the embodiment of their characters, transcending the boundary between reality and fiction. And let's not forget the directors, the visionaries who orchestrated these cinematic masterpieces. Their ingenious direction and innovative techniques were instrumental in shaping the landscape of the film industry. They pushed the boundaries, challenging the status quo and redefining what it meant to make a movie. The anticipation surrounding movie premieres was electric. The buzzing excitement, the long lines at the box office, the hushed whispers as the lights dimmed. It was all part of the experience. Every new release was an event, a cultural phenomenon that brought people together in shared anticipation and joy. This was a time when movies were more than just a means to pass the time. They were an experience, a journey into different worlds and different lives. They held up a mirror to society, reflecting our hopes, our fears, and our dreams. Ah, those were the days when movies were not just entertainment, but an experience. A time when cinema was at its zenith. But alas, like all golden eras, this one too had to end. The magic started to fade and the screen started to lose its luster. The decline in movie quality wasn't a sudden plunge, but a gradual descent, much like the setting sun at the end of a glorious day. One of the most significant factors contributing to this downfall was the over-reliance on computer-generated imagery, or CGI. It's an undeniable fact that CGI has revolutionized the movie industry, allowing creators to bring to life scenes that were once considered impossible. However, the problem arises when CGI becomes a crutch rather than a tool, overshadowing the story and characters. Another factor contributing to the decline is the lack of originality. In the golden era, movies were a manifestation of innovative ideas, unique perspectives, and daring storytelling. Today we see an overabundance of remakes and sequels. While these films might have their own merits, they often lack the freshness and novelty of their predecessors. Moreover, the rise of franchises has played a significant part in the downfall. The focus has shifted from standalone movies that told a complete story in a couple of hours, to franchise films that extend over multiple sequels. This trend, while successful in terms of box office numbers, has diluted the essence of storytelling, as narratives are stretched thin to fit into multiple movies. Lastly, there has been a palpable shift in focus from storytelling to profit-making. The art of cinema seems to have been relegated to the background, with box office numbers and marketing strategies taking the forefront. This commercialization of cinema has led to a decline in the quality of movies, as the emphasis is more on generating revenue rather than creating a compelling narrative. In the pursuit of the new and the novel, the essence of storytelling got lost somewhere. Today we find ourselves in a cinematic landscape that often feels barren and uninspired. The once vibrant and diverse palette of storytelling that characterized the golden era of cinema has been diluted down to a monotonous stream of sequels, remakes, and adaptations. The artistry and originality that was once the lifeblood of the industry appear to be in short supply. The decline in quality has not gone unnoticed by audiences. The once bustling movie theaters that were the bedrocks of communities, where people gathered to experience the magic of cinema, now often sit empty. The excitement and anticipation that used to accompany the release of a new film has been replaced by a sense of disillusionment and fatigue. This shift in movie-going culture has been further exacerbated by the rise of streaming platforms. With the advent of Netflix, Amazon Prime, and a host of other online streaming services, audiences now have a world of entertainment at their fingertips. The need to leave the comfort of one's home to watch a movie has been greatly diminished. However, this convenience comes at a cost. The communal experience of watching a movie in a theater, the shared gasps, laughter, and tears, is lost in the solitude of one's living room. Moreover, the sheer volume of content available on these platforms often leads to a paradox of choice, where the audience is overwhelmed by the options and ends up watching nothing at all. In the midst of this sea change, the very essence of cinema is being lost. The magic of the movies, the ability to transport audiences to different worlds, to make them feel and think, to inspire and provoke, is being diluted. The focus on profit margins and box office numbers is overshadowing the artistic and creative aspects of filmmaking. The silver screen no longer shines as brightly, and the magic of the movies seems like a distant memory. The aftermath of this decline in the quality of cinema has left a void that is yet to be filled. But hope still lingers. The curtains may have fallen, but the stage is set for a new generation of filmmakers to reignite the magic and restore cinema to its former glory. So what happened to the movies? How did we go from the dazzle and drama of the golden era to this? We embarked on a journey through the golden era of cinema, where we reveled in the brilliance of the 80s and 90s, and even the early 2000s. We saw the birth of iconic characters, the rise of legendary actors, and the crafting of unforgettable stories. Then came the downfall. The shift from the emphasis on storytelling and performance to a focus on profit and spectacle. The industry, once a beacon of creativity, seemed to lose its luster. In the aftermath, we've seen the ripple effects on the audience and the industry. The passion for pure cinema has dwindled. The magic seems to have faded. But let's not lose hope. Change is inevitable, after all. Perhaps it's not the end, but a chance for a new beginning. A chance for cinema to find its magic once again.